Next up, single-seat action from the Investchem Formula 1600s and new contender, Jagger Robertson.
We had a very good practice yesterday, coming here with the hopes of being in the top 5 and being second until P3 yesterday where we were first. So I think we've exceeded our expectations. The preparation into the car was a lot thanks to my dad. And yeah, this morning we put it on pole, so we pole for race 1 and race 2, so I'm looking forward to it.
I've been racing go-karts for around a year now, and I'm making my introduction into Formula 1600. So preparation, obviously as much testing as possible, that's important. We didn't have a lot of track time, only 2 sessions on Thursday, and I only managed 2 sessions yesterday. We had some problems with the car, but it's not a lot. You just have to do your best to adapt quickly and get on the pace.
R5's away and time to get these young guns on track. Karabo Malamela makes his way up onto the grid now to take up his position. Pole position is that man, Jagger Robertson. We've just chatted to him. Can he get it all right off the line? These cars are not easy to get off the line. You speak to a couple of the former champions in this category. And the one good thing about this class, which I absolutely love, is that if you are crown champion, you have to move on to bigger and better things. You may not stay in the class, and it gives everybody else, especially the rookies, a chance to get up to the front end. One man to watch out for will be Jason Kutsia. We're on board with him as we head down towards turn number 1 for the first time. He has not taken a victory in this category at his home circuit yet, and he'll be looking to do that this weekend, as he was the closest contender to Troy Dolanchik last year in the championship. He's only down in 3rd place at the moment. You can see Jagger Robertson didn't quite get the start he wanted. He's dropped down to 4th as Kutsia goes inside of him. Casey Ensel-Smith is up to 2nd, and it's a fantastic start coming out of Srin Naidu. He hangs on to the lead as they come out of turn 2, heading towards 3. You can see Kutsia watching those rearview mirrors. He knows that Jagger Robertson is all over the back of him. Karabo Malamela, then it's Siabonga Monkonkwana. Great start there from the 2 guys fighting hard there for 5 and 6. Then just behind that, Ewan Holtzhausen and Mikhail Besaidnot. Good start there from the young man in the Huawei car. We just chatted to him, and you can see with that lack of time in the saddle, maybe just not quite up to pace just yet. But watch out for him in his career in single-seaters. He's certainly going to be a man to watch out for, particularly when you've seen what he's done in karting. On board with Jason Kutsia, watching those rearview mirrors. He knows that there's pressure coming, and the pressure comes from Karabo Malamela. He dives up the inside trying to find a way through, and looks like he might have just got ahead there of Jagger Robertson. Further back in the pack there, Renzo Ribeiro also making his debut in the class. And don't forget, we've got the Formula Ford Kent category just in the back as well, and it looks like it might be Schofield leading out over Foss at this point in time. This is Nicholas Van Wheelie trying to make his way through the field rapidly. 2 cars coming together, locking up and touching. Oh, that is a huge one. A big touch between the 2 cars, and Siabonga Monkonkwana has been sent into the kitty litter there, and it looks like it was, oh, what a way to start things out there. Storm Lanfear coming together there with his stablemate, Siabonga and Storm Lanfear coming together in turn 1, nearly rolling the car. How that car did not roll over 360 degrees, it was only luck that kept Siabonga Monkonkwana on his wheels. There is the Kent category, and you can see it's actually moving up into 2nd place. What a move there from Rick Morris. He's up into 2nd behind Schofield. Schofield fighting hard and looking for a way through. Double yellows and big yellow flags waving there big time to warn the drivers that down in turn 1 we've got a massive incident. Let's have a look at it one more time here from Van Wheelie's point of view. The magnificent paint and hardware store car just turning in. He realizes something's going to go wrong there. He backs out. He knows something's coming. Lanfear diving, trying to get on the inside line. There was no room there whatsoever. And the 2 wheels tagged, and Lanfear comes now nose to nose with the man he's just taken out, Siabonga Monkonkwana, and he's not happy about that. Back to the front end, and it's a move up into 3rd place there from Jagger Robertson, tucked in now behind Casey Ensel-Smith. Casey Ensel-Smith trying to close that gap down on Naidu. Naidu's got just enough margin to play with, though. Kutsia has not found a way back there, and look out coming from behind. Oh, a big move from Karabo Malamela. Malamela looking for a chance now to get into that top 3. He would love to try and get that all sorted out. Foss up in the 2nd place now behind Schofield. Rick Morris has dropped back slightly behind Ron Van Wheelie. So little battles in the Kent category continuing all the way through. Someone running wide. Is that Jagger Robertson? It was. Robertson runs wide. Here comes, Kutsia. Can he sneak through into Malmesbury? He can. Wow, what a move. That is a huge move there, and Malamela follows him through. Jagger Robertson runs wide. He just got it all wrong. Completely out of shape there going into the sorrel sweep, and it's allowed both Kutsia and Malamela through. So Jagger Robertson slowly but surely learning that these little single-seaters are not the easiest cars to drive. You have to be so precision and point precision perfect. Otherwise, things can go wrong. And look how far back he's dropped. Malamela now, side by side. He's on the outside line though, so he'll know he's going to have to work even harder, and he's worked too hard. He's locked it up down into turn 1 and onto the slip road. Fortunately, there's a bit of tarmac to play with there. Hopefully he hasn't stalled the car. He can get it into reverse and get back onto the circuit. Doesn't look like he's done. No, he's got a problem. So Karabo Malamela, it's all gone wrong. Hasn't stalled, but he just can't get it into reverse, so he's not going to be able to push the car back, and he can't get any assistance from the outside as well, so that's a big problem there for Karabo. Look at this though, here's the return of Jagger Robinson. He dropped back into that second pack. He's now fighting with Alex Voss, trying to find a way through there. That's a seasoned campaigner, and right on his tail there you can see is the Sapphire car, and Ewan Holtzhausen is looking for a way past on him. Back with Casey Ensel-Smith coming up in amongst the back markers of the Kent class. That was Rick Morris. They've just gone past. So Ensel-Smith looking for a victory here. Can he get through on Srin Naidu? Is Naidu going to hang on? Looks like Naidu might just hang on here and takes the checkered flag. So Naidu wins out over Ensel-Smith. Kutsia in third, just behind Rick Morris, who will come through for a third place in the Kent category, beating out Ron Van Wheelie. There goes Ron, just ahead of his son, Nicholas Van Wheelie, who comes through for fourth place and wins out over Alex Voss and Jagger Robertson. Jagger's going to have to literally turn his driving style around in the next heat if he wants to try and get up into that top 3. Naidu, Ensel-Smith and Kutsia were the top 3, with Van Wheelie, Voss and Robertson your top 6, with Holtzhausen and Mikhail Besaidnot beating out Renzo Ribeiro, and then it was Duncan Voss who won out over Rick Morris and Ron Van Wheelie for the Formula Ford Kents. Srin Naidu going flag to flag. Let's find out how his race went in race 1.
Yeah, so it was a good race. I had a really good start, and then managed to lead from there. Casey drove really well. He kept me honest the whole time, so it was a very tight race at the end. So I'm just happy to get the win, get it off my back, and then we'll see what we can do for the second race.
A little bit of adjustments for these guys, and you can see just how much adjustment going in. Vernier calipers coming in for millimeters of ground clearance to be sorted out. It's time to go racing for race 2 now of Investchem Formula 1600s. Let's get them back out on track. Can Jagger Robertson take pole position and turn it into a turn 1 hole shot? That's what he wants to do. He didn't quite get it right in the first one. Let's see if he gets it right now in race 2. Srin Naidu certainly got it all right, and will be looking for a double victory here today if he can get it. He's got to get through on Casey Ensel-Smith. Jason Kutsia wants to give himself an early birthday present. He wants that first victory on his home circuit, and that's the kind of start you need to get. Look at that! Oh, lighting the back of the car up as he got off the line, and he follows Casey Ensel-Smith down towards turn 1. They both got past on Jagger Robertson. Casey's going to lead into turn 1. Around the outside comes Srin Naidu, and it looks like it's going to be Jagger into 4th place, tucked in behind Naidu. In fact, down to 5th, because Karabo Malamela has gone in there as well. What a phenomenal start here to race number 2. Jason Kutsia now trying to put the pressure onto Casey Ensel-Smith right from the word go, tucking the Cape Town line. Wide insert and then a tight apex that brings him onto a very hot line into turn 3 and into the kink. He's now all over the gearbox looking for a way past right from the word go. Can he find that little bit of extra? He goes inside. Watch for the drive now as they head up that short straight. Little bit of sliding there from Casey Ensel-Smith and from Kutsia. Those tyres are certainly not up to temperature yet, boys. Give them a couple of laps and then you can give those kind of maneuvers a chance. But they're not holding back here at all. Through Sorrel Sweep, it's absolutely everything she's got now, and now into the slipstream. Here comes Jason Kutsia. He goes side by side, but it's the inside line there from Casey that might help him out. Unless Jason can find a very late outbraking maneuver here and onto the banking to make it stick. No, he can't. You can see Casey Ensel-Smith knows that inside line will still be his. Watching for the back of the pack as well as they come through there. Van Wheelie trying to find a way through as quickly as he can. Voss with a much better start this time out. He's tucked into about 5th or 6th place there. Jagger Robertson having a fight of note. We're on board with Srin Naidu. Naidu into 3rd place, watching the battle unfold ahead of him. Watching for any mistakes, any chinks in the armor there between those two boys. This time out, it's Kutsia on the outside line. That's where you need to be coming out of turn 1. It becomes the inside line for turn 2, and he's done the perfect thing there, knowing the circuit like the Cape Townians do. And Jason Kutsia hits the front ahead of Casey Ensel-Smith, but what a battle there between those top 2. Srin Naidu about to join the party, and Jagger Robertson, the rookie of the class, about to join them as well. Jagger's just a little bit erratic in his driving style at the moment. He needs to just smooth it out a bit. Single-seaters are very unforgiving. And if you make one small mistake, you can see from that first race how far he dropped back. He doesn't want to do that again. Not with Divian right on his tail. Race 1 winner looking for a second race victory here. But he's got 2 more cars to attend to ahead of him. And they're not going to be easy to get through on. He goes inside of Casey Smith, but Smith sees him coming, shuts the door. Jagger Robertson goes round his outside. Watch for the late apex here from Robertson to try and get the drive onto the straight. He cuts back on the inside now. He's on the outside line though, which might not be the ideal line. Will only come back onto the inside as they come across the line. 3 by 3 almost as they cross the line there. Foss from Van Wheelie. Oh, what a start there. Much better this time out from Storm Lanphier. Lanphier a little bit further up, and this time not in the kiddie litter like we saw in the first one. We had that big incident with Siyabonga Monkonkwana. So it didn't quite go according to plan with the Investchem team there to get Monkonkwana back on circuit. But they definitely got Lanphier back on track. And he's now looking to try and get up into that top 5. Big fights raging here. It's fantastic to see. Investchem Formula 1600 is the biggest prize purse in South African motorsport. This is the man who leads out the Kent class. And once again it's Schofield with a massive margin over Duncan Foss. Rick Morris in 3rd place. Ron Van Wheelie and Alan Meyer, the top 5 there in the Kent category. Jason Kutsia just putting the car into the right place at the right time, not giving Casey Smith any room to play with. He wants this victory. He wants the first victory on his home circuit, and it's only a couple of days before his birthday to do that. So can he do it and give himself an early birthday present? That's what he wants to do. As they come down under braking. Oh, yeah, comes Srinadu though. Srinadu's not giving up. He wants away, and he's looking at every option that's available to try and get ahead of Casey Smith. This is Lanfier's point of view as he goes on the inside, trying to find a way through on 2 cars. Can he get up the inside? Oh, there's no way. Not on 2 cars. A little bit too, I think, over-exuberant there from Storm Lanphier. But he managed to, unfortunately, take out Alex Foss. Foss has now dropped right to the back of the pack. I think he might have got going again, but Alex Foss being unceremoniously taken out there with a late outbraking maneuver attempted from Storm Lanphier. Jagger Robertson still has not found a way past on this man. Srinadu is keeping him honest. Oh, what happened there? A misgear from Casey Smith, and Srinadu just misses him. Oh, that was so close. That could have been absolutely horrendous. Fortunately, he gets back on track, but he's lost a lot of ground now to Jagger Robertson, who's up in the 2nd place. There's a bit of undercarriage damage on that car as well. He went off on quite a bumpy part of the circuit. Coming out of Sorrel Street, you don't want to be on the grass there, that is for sure. Jason Kutsia now just trying to keep it all clean and clear out front. He's got enough of a margin over Jagger Robertson. Robertson's going to be happy with 2nd. He'll probably be looking for a victory by the time they get to Kyalami though. If he can just smooth out that driving style, I think we're going to be in for an epic battle between these 5 drivers at the front end. We've seen it already. The men who want to be the winners of this championship, the highest prize purse in South African motorsport, is up for grabs at the end of the season. And, someone running off right in the closing stages. Lieutenant Colonel Alan Meyer. Yes, a little bit of late braking there from the final man in the Kent class. Let's have a look at this one more time. Coming out of damps, Srinadu on the throttle, and there you go. Something just locks up on that car. I don't know how he avoided it. It was incredible bit of driving there from Srinadu to miss the back of Casey Smith and go onto the grass and still keep it going and get back on track. This is Storm Lanphier coming down under braking as well, and you can see that's where he takes out Alex Foss. He carries on. Alex Foss gets going again, but he dropped right to the back of the pack as well, so a bit of issues there. Ron Van Wheelie coming up now to be caught by the front end of the field in the Formula 1600s, and it's Jason Kutsia on his way to what will be his first victory at his home circuit. He's tried for a long time to get this one in the bag. He had to fight with Troy Donishek, his fellow Cape Townian, all of last season. Didn't quite get it right, but today it's all about Jason Kutsia in race 2, and the victory is finally his. And you can see there he's a happy man. Jagger Robertson with a much better performance in 2nd place beats out Srinadu, who managed to hang on for 3rd place despite that off-track excursion to miss Casey Smith, whose misgear eventually came right, got him back to 4th, beating out Storm Lanphier and Van Wheelie. Karabo Malamela and Mikhail Besaidnote, and then it was Alex Foss, and then Renzo Ribeiro just ahead of the winner of the Kent category, Ian Schofield. Foss and Morris, your top 3 there.
Yeah, I mean it was good. It was a good turnaround compared to the first race. We struggled with a bit of pace in the first race, but now, I mean, yeah, it was very close. But I'm really happy. Once again, my team pulled it together. So all thanks to them, all thanks to my sponsors and my family, my friends who came to support today. I couldn't have done it without their support.
After the break, we head into the brand new dawn of South African touring cars. New drivers, new cars. Join us for all the action.